I had been working for only a few months as a night shift nurse in an old city hospital. I'd always heard whispered stories from more experienced colleagues about strange, inexplicable events, but honestly, I never believed any of it. I was a skeptic and a realist, trusting only what I could see or touch. One particularly cold and silent night when every little sound seemed to echo down the empty corridors, I began my usual rounds. There were only a few patients on that wing, all fast asleep. But as I approached room 313, I felt a shiver run down my spine, as if someone was watching me. That room had been decommissioned for years, used only to store old supplies and forgotten furniture. The door was supposed to be locked at all times, but that night it stood slightly ajar, a sliver of darkness visible inside. I hesitated, trying to convince myself that maybe someone had simply left it unlocked. Then I heard it, a low moan, almost imperceptible, coming from within. My heart raced, and for a moment I considered turning back. But duty won out, and I pushed the door open. It creaked loudly in the oppressive silence. The dim hallway light revealed piles of sheet-covered furniture. I stepped in, the air heavy and icy cold. I called out, voice trembling, "Hello, is anyone here?" Only silence answered me until the door slammed shut behind me with a crash that made me jump. I rushed to the handle, but it wouldn't budge, as if gripped by unseen hands. I pulled out my phone, desperate for light, but it was dead despite having been fully charged minutes before. My hands shook uncontrollably, my breath coming in short gasps. Then I felt it, a freezing hand on my left shoulder, cold as ice and seeping through to my bones. I spun around, but the darkness pressed in, thick and suffocating. I couldn't see anyone, yet I knew something was there, reveling in my terror. Suddenly, distant whispers began, first faint murmurs, then clearer cries of anguish and despair, as if dozens of suffering souls surrounded me. My heart pounded so hard I thought I'd black out. I pounded on the door, screaming for help, but my voice felt muffled by the ancient walls. What felt like an eternity ended when hurried footsteps approached, and the door burst open. A security guard found me collapsed on the floor, sobbing and terrified. "You okay? What happened?" he asked, alarmed. I stumbled out, looking back once more. In the dim light I saw her, a pale, slender figure with empty black eyes and a twisted, macabre smile. Since that night I never do rounds alone. Room 313 was sealed again, but I can't forget that icy touch, those tormented voices, or those hollow eyes that still haunt my nightmares.